All right, listen. I need to talk to y'all, family, because some of y'all out here drinking energy drinks. They got you acting like you just got struck by lightning and bad decisions at the same time. I'm talking heart racing, eye twitching, texting your ex at 2 a.m. type energy. We're not doing that no more. This is where W energy comes in. This ain't that I'm about to fight a wall for no reason energy. Nah, this is clean, smooth. I can actually function like a normal human being energy. No sugar, no crash. No, why am I sweating, still sitting, still moments. And the focus, crazy. I'm talking locked in like you just heard your name in the group chat. Plus flavors that actually taste good. Not that battery acid with the hint of regret y'all keep drinking. So do yourself and your heart a favor. Grab some W Energy and use my code Tevin Talks to get you 10% off. Because life's already stressful, you know. Your energy source shouldn't be fighting you too.
Welcome to Tevin Talks. This is not your typical podcast. We will get into wrestling, lifestyle, and mental health. This podcast is unfiltered and ready to go. The episode will begin in a moment, but before it does, go ahead and give us a follow on all social medias, Tevin Talks, and make sure you give us a follow on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple, wherever you may listen to your podcast. Here's Tevin.
All right, guys, this is Tevin with Tevin Talks, man. I'm here with three special fellas. Let's see, Benny, how you doing today, man?
I'm all right, T. How are you, man?
I can't complain, man. I'm alive and well. Work whooped my ass today, but you know what? It's all good. I'm here.
That's just
So-
adulthood, brother.
Oh, I swear to God, it is. So I want to talk about these two fellas we're on here with, man. I gotta say, when it comes to the tag team wrestling, not just North Carolina, just in general, you two are somebody that's talked about, whether you know it or not. In a lot of stories, you guys come up, and it's always been positive. For one, whether it is what you guys do in the ring or just the conversations. Just like even before getting into this podcast, the conversation that we just went into, like we don't know each other, we ain't seen each other in months, but just start talking like everything's normal. Because that's the type of guys that you are. Y'all have always been humble, and when it comes to wrestling, you guys, you damn near done it all. And I think that you guys do not get talked about enough in the industry. And I just want to say thank you guys for everything you've done for the wrestling business.
So,
Bro.
ladies and gentlemen, introducing Zane and Dave,
Yes, sir.
the Dawson Brothers.
Yes, sir.
Yo, man,
Yeah,
I thought
man.
you were going to say it was all bad and all people do is talk bad about it. But
Nah,
that's what I
man.
figured, you know.
No,
Let them
man.
talk. Let them talk, man. That's awesome, man. I appreciate that, man.
No doubt, man. I gotta give y'all flowers, man. Y'all deserve it.
Hey, we
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that.
Yeah, man. So hey, let's get it started. My first question, bro. Who are the Dawsons?
Ooh,
And either one of y'all
man.
can, however y'all want to do it, y'all do it. Just
All right,
let's
Dave.
get it.
How you? I'll go.
Yeah,
We're
that
just,
don't matter.
man. Look, we're two twin dudes. We're actually twins. Two twin kids that were wrestling fans ever since we were like 7 years old, 5, 6, 7 years old. God, I'm dating us. And literally, whoa, we can't do that. My kids are starting to do that crap. And he's 4. But anyways, we're two kids that loved wrestling ever since we were young boys and always wanted to do it. We've been asked before, was there anything other than this that you would do? And we've always wanted to do wrestling, always wanted to be wrestlers. And we're just two kids from around the way, man. We got raised by some good parents and taught the right way to be, and got came up in some rough circumstances, but who hasn't?
Mhm.
But
they didn't lock us up when they should have, and we had our own home promotion that we worked in, and it was our house. We put together drywall and bed frames and all kinds of stuff.
That's where we learned how to work, brother.
Yeah,
Hey, listen, a little side story on that.
Growing up, I had a good friend of mine. We used to always wrestle and shit. It was one day, bro. Do y'all remember the old WWE magazines that had the huge posters in them?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Took up
yeah.
like 2 or 3 pages. So I had got a Undertaker poster, but I never put it up. I had posters all over the room, and we're in there wrestling and shit. Brother jumps off the bed, hits me with a shotgun drop kick. My whole upper body goes through the wall. Like as many times I've thrown stuff against the wall, hit it, nothing. Whole damn body goes through the wall. Instant panic because I'm like, my mom's not there, but I'm like, bro, she's gonna kill me. Bro, I took this big ass Undertaker poster. It just happened to cover it up perfectly. Dog, I done got away with this for like 7 months, bro. I done forgot about it, to be honest. My mom came in the room and she's asking me something. And you know how parents just come in, just lean against the wall, put her whole fucking arm through the wall, whole
Oh,
arm.
man.
And like, as I see her damn near whole body in the wall, I'm like, I'm cooked, bro. Like,
Should have been like, Mom, what are you doing to my wall?
bro, I was so scared, but she got out. She got out. I was about to get up to help her. She was like, don't even.
Yeah,
She
I
got
bet you
up.
the face she gave you was so
Bro,
priceless.
I thought she was gonna beat my ass, but like she ain't talked to me for like a good week, and I was like, all right, I'll take that.
Yeah,
Like,
me and
my-
Dave.
my Undertaker poster now, man.
Yeah.
Gone, bro.
Me and Dave, anytime we would ever do something like that, the match stopped, and we always just looked right at each other like, "Ooh, Mama gonna get you, Mama
Yeah.
gonna get you." Nah, wait till Dad gets home, you gonna get it. Like, nah, it was you. We'd always, yeah, we definitely went through a bunch of drywall growing up.
I'm already knowing. I had to. So let me ask y'all this: who was the Hellraiser growing up out of you two?
Oh man,
It depends on the age, I think. Like what age you're thinking, because when we were young, like it was both of us.
I'd say through the entire thing, it was both of us, man. Like yeah, but like to what he's saying, like, yeah, there was times where one of us was the goody two shoes and the other one was out doing craziness and vice versa.
Oh, yeah.
But
Most of the time it was together, so we couldn't rat on the other one.
Yeah, you getting in this with me. Yeah, you're getting in this with me.
That's how it's supposed to be, bro.
Breaking these windows outside with me.
Yeah, we both stealing candy from the store. What you talking about?
I'm the only one got caught though. You ran.
No, I didn't.
Left me.
I ain't
How
never
you get caught, man?
I ain't never run.
Because I was dumb and had sweatpants on, and you can see all the candy at the bottom of the sweatpants.
They made me come back and put it on the shelf. Talking about I ran. What are you talking about? You the one that tried to leave me. I remember that story, Dave. Don't try
to get them Jolly Ranchers home, dog.
I know you still got some, didn't you?
Oh yeah,
exactly.
All I got is this. Nah, he had a bunch of Jolly Ranchers in his socks. Trying to play.
Yeah. So about when did wrestling start for you guys?
Man, like we were always fans, but you know, I feel like the story is the same. Wrestling went through a time where like it wasn't cool to be a fan. Mm-hmm. So like you couldn't tell people at school that like you liked it. But we would see people with the shirts and stuff, you know what I mean? And we met these two kids, or we didn't meet them, but like they were going to the same school with us. And we would always notice that they like wrestling. So we kind of fell back in love with it. And we found out that they had a backyard wrestling fed. Mm-hmm. Like, and we were like, we've known you for years. Like, how come we didn't? Now we can be best friends. So from then it was like, we got to go over there and do it. But if you're talking about like for real, you know, it was later on in life when I would say about 16, 17, Dave, we knew this guy from school, and Dave would always go hang out with this one guy named Patrick. And he knew these guys from Clinton. And we'll start naming off people that y'all might have heard of.
They actually went to school together, and he found out that he was training to wrestle in Garland. And that was like as soon as he found that out, he rushed and told me, and it was like, we got to go start.
Well, and Dave started going because these guys had a ring in the back, mm-hmm. and they were like training on Sundays, and we're like, what are you talking about training on Sundays? So like when he would leave and come back home, I'd be there waiting like, what happened, man? What'd you do? And he's like, man, I did a run in. And I'm like, what? You did a run in. What are you talking about? And like he showed me the video. This is on VHS. Like, hi, don't
Yeah.
date me, but
I don't even know what the hell that is, bro.
yeah, exactly. But he would come back and hook the camcorder up and show me like what they did, and I'm like, oh, we got to do this, man. So like everything went into like whatever we got to do that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, there was no trade school, no college, no none of that.
yeah,
Like,
you know, and we were
we're gonna go hang out in this dude's backyard. And take bumps or try to take bumps.
But yeah, that's all it was, man. And then we met these guys that his buddy knew, and it was off to the races, man. Anything they were doing, we wanted to be a part of it, and rest is history, you know.
So, like, for you guys, because I've always wanted to ask you this: was it you guys had to be a tag team, or did y'all kind of start off as singles?
It's funny because our first match ever was against each other. And
That's insane.
He was Blaze and I was Nightmare with a K. And
we don't ever tell this story. This is
we had sweatpants and cut off shirts with our own Sharpie drawn on logos and all, and they were sick too. They weren't like these little backyarders now that just draw their name on it.
We use fabric paint, you know what I mean? Like,
And then after the match, man, we did the some heels come out and jump us, and then we beat them all up and get them out of the ring, powder them out, and then we do the back into each other and turn around real quick. and then we shook hands. And
so I guess it was kind of destiny to be a tag, but we started out doing that singles match. Yeah, that was so we did that before we actually got traditionally trained.
Yeah.
See, so the guys that were doing this, the ring in the backyard, they weren't trained, believe it or not. So we went there just doing, but they were throwing shows and they were getting 150 people at these shows.
Damn,
completely untrained workers. You know what I mean?
It's still similar to today.
Yeah, you're right. But it ended up, and I think we've mentioned this on a different podcast before, but like we had these dudes show up at a show that we were randomly doing, and they started heckling us, and we were thinking that we were like getting heat. This is before we were trained, but they got us mad. Like we were legit hot at these guys, and then they approached us, and they were all grown men.
We got worked by some workers.
Yes, that's exactly what it was. But they were all grown men, and like they could have killed us. Like they could have easily beat us to death. But they approached us and were like, "Y'all need to get trained the right way. You're like disgracing the business coming out here untrained." So immediately then we had to seek out trying to, figure out how to get trained the right way. But after we got trained, like we did the like I did single stuff for a little bit, and then Dave would pop in and we would tag up, and then like excuse me, there was a time where Dave was off a little bit, and then I was doing single stuff, but we've always
I was a dumb idiot kid and was on probation.
I wasn't gonna say that.
Hey,
but we're always destined to do it together because it's a story that's already written, twin dudes, we look alike, we've tried for years to not look alike, but we look alike, we think alike, so I mean it's only right that we become a team, but we definitely tried not to.
And that's part of the beauty of you guys being a team, because you guys have the chemistry and just the mindset that both of you have.
Yeah,
it's just phenomenal, and a lot of teams don't get that because they're not twins, they're not even brothers.
Sure, man. It's one of those things that you don't have to think about, and I know that's a cliche thing that a lot of tag guys say, but we really don't. Like I can look over at Dave and he knows where I'm at, or if I want to take a little extra long, he knows where to be at and what to do so that I can, I like to, go, or if he's out there messing with the crowd, I'll lollygag over here and do some stuff that way.
Too long.
Get it, whatever, or I'll do the little, I'll throw the little style. Hey, come on, you know what I mean? Like we get it.
And, I've had the opportunity to work you guys when it was me and Bojack versus you two, and I tell people all the time, like when it comes to tag team wrestling, that was easily one of the best and easiest tag matches I've ever had because in reality we didn't do shit.
Nah,
Yeah.
I love that match.
We didn't do anything. We went in there and just worked. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And that's the huge difference. Like I'm not calling anybody out when it comes to calling spots, but it's like we call it just like the bare minimum. Everything else we went there and just did it. So
Yeah,
it's just
man.
like people don't understand, man. That's a lost art because people think they got to call 1,000% of the match. Hate it. And then it's like, you know, when I worked, I was so scared when I faced George South at AML in Greensboro. Because for one, I mean, I'm in front of all my people. I was scared as shit because I'm just like, bro, I've worked matches and not called anything, but it's like, it's George. I don't want to fuck up.
Mhm.
But one of the easiest matches I've ever had. And we got to the back, George hugged me and said, "You took care of me, big man." And I was like, you know what? I'm good.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
better
good.
than any double moonsault
I swear.
springboard in the world.
I swear.
yeah.
Brother,
No,
brother beat me with a
anytime-
flying burrito. And I sold it.
Oh,
Like, I
and he
feel like I
don't
got
do that
shot.
with everybody, dog. He don't do
Nah,
that.
he
with
don't do the
everybody.
flying burrito with everybody. I love that.
Trust me, I'm in the ring 90% of the time with George South. He doesn't do
He
that with
rolled
everybody.
you up.
Yeah, you are.
He'd
Benny,
just
you're my
rolled you up.
ref, okay,
Oh my
buddy?
gosh, buddy.
Yeah, he'd have just rolled you up if it wasn't a good match. He must have had a
Yep.
really good time.
It was fun, man.
The first time I ever worked George, man, I always tell the story like I was terrified because back in the day, George, like I love George now, and certainly some people might be, you know, nervous about working him, but George is a sweetheart nowadays, you know. Back in the day, he was like the most terrifying man in the locker room. Not because he was scary or big or anything like that, but you just wanted George to say that you could work.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all we cared about because we came up. I mean, we got trained in 2003. I mean, I'm putting my age out there now.
Damn.
He did the Kevin Hart down. He's like, damn. But like, so back then, wrestling wasn't like it is now, where there's a show every weekend, and you know, you were selective. So anytime you're around these guys, you wanted them to think that you could work. And the worst thing they could do is be like, "Oh, you can't work, buddy."
Yeah.
Excuse me. And I'll never forget. Let me get a sip. Dave, take over for me first.
He tagged you in,
he
Dave.
worked him, no, I don't know. No, George is the best, man. And I realized that I put all that pressure on myself. Like I didn't, because he wasn't putting no pressure on me. He just was changing his socks in the locker room, and he ain't thinking about none of the spots that you're doing. He's gonna go out there and work the crowd. Like he don't care who he's working with.
That's facts. And I think too, like for George, like you said, like getting that blessing of saying you can wrestle. Because like for me, the whole match, like he like I went to the back first, and I'm waiting on him, and like in my mind, I'm like, okay, is either he's gonna hate this shit or he loved it. Because like I couldn't tell out there. Like he told, like when he hit me with the flying burrito, he said, "Oh my God, buddy, thank you so much." And I was like, I'm just selling for you, man. That's what I had to do that. Like I told, like even like leading up to it, you know, whenever they were talking about the match, I look, I don't care what we do in the match. Like I just want him to hit something huge on me in front of this crowd, and they just go crazy. That's you know, that's what I wanted, and that's the only thing I wanted out of it. Like I was there because for one, first of all, Benny ain't shit because nobody ever told me that George doesn't like talking about anything before the match. Nobody ever told me that. Nobody ever told me that. So when I went up there and did it was Brian and somebody was sitting there looking at me laughing. I'm like, what's so funny? And they was like, why you do that? I'm like, look, I'm trying to make sure I don't fuck up nothing. Like, it's George. So it was an experience, but it's one of those experiences. If you get that blessing, bro, you got to take advantage of it.
Yeah, he was always back to what. Sorry to bring it back. Like he was always terrifying. So whenever you get a chance, like you're saying, it's like, man, I don't want to mess up. And but it was always known because we learned from our trainer years ago to call stuff on the fly and learn how to call stuff on the fly. So we knew when we got in there, just shut up and listen to what George wants to do. And you know, half the crowd's gonna know what he's doing anyways, but you know what I mean? Just so you learn like it's the easiest match in the world because there's no pressure. You don't have to do nothing.
I mean, that show we did in Elkin last month, he did a headlock takeover on King Shane, and that crowd went nuts.
Yeah.
Like it was just with George, it's always less is more,
Yeah.
and just the way he can work the people, heel or baby.
Mhm.
It's the simplest thing, and they go nuts for it.
Well, and you learn this is a feeling business. You
Yes.
know, it's a feeling business. You know, and Dave, why you laughing at me, man?
Sorry, I love it when you break.
When I
down.
go off and we ain't even talking about nothing. Oh, no, it's a feeling business. So, like, you can either make them feel by doing all kinds of flips and crazy stuff. Sure, people are going to feel stuff off of that excitement. But you look at you scrolling through your phone. You know what I mean? Like you see a movie trailer with a bunch of explosions. Sure, you're like excited, but 10 seconds later, you're off that. You know, it's the stuff that sticks with you, and that's the difference between like somebody who can work and just somebody going out there doing the paint by numbers, you know what I'm saying, type of stuff. And George is a master on like, oh, we don't have to do this, we could just do this. And like Benny was saying, a headlock takeover is making people go nuts because he knows he's got a working crowd. All he's got to do is wrestle, man. And like I learned years ago, like working with George, like it's the easiest thing in the world. Dave, man, I'll let him tell the story, but he worked George. I think it was your first one-on-one match for Lewis Moore in Clayton, right?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
he
I was
was
nervous.
He felt the same way, but then afterwards he's just like, "Oh my gosh!"
No, and then like Zane said, you know, us learning how to call the stuff in the ring ahead of time, kind of built up a little confidence. So like it's cool to walk up to him and instead of saying like, "Oh, what do you want to do tonight, sir?" It was like, "George, I'm down for whatever you want to do. Like, I'm out there and listen to you." And then that's the first, "Oh, I love you." That's the first, reaction you get.
Good job, big boy.
It's already making you comfortable. So then you go out there and I was nervous. There's a packed crowd too. And he was so loud, George was, through the whole match. It was like it was just us. It was like it was just me and him. He's like, "Come on, big boy." And like, I couldn't have had a better experience with him, man. But I was super nervous. But then after that, I wasn't the Dawson that couldn't work anymore. You know, like that was all he could do.
Well, and to take up for Dave is just only because I worked George before Dave did. So he knew that I could go in there and just shut up and listen to him. So that's why I was the Dawson that could work.
He said, "Which one of y'all is the one that can't work?"
But look, I will say we went out there one night. Oh man, I thought it was a joke. We went out there. It was me and Dave as heels against George and Charlie Dreamer with Baby Doll as our manager. And we did a 30-minute Broadway at one of George's old shows. And it was all on the fly.
So much fun.
All on the fly. I have the link. I found it. Or I got it sent to me, and it's such a beautiful match. I love it.
Isn't that the one where after the time went out, they just started beating us up with chairs and stuff?
Yeah, the whole match was a scientific headlock takeovers, drop toe holds, arm ringers. Yeah. Right when the match gets, time limit draw, Charlie Dreamer and George start hitting us with cans
and all
steel chairs and stuff. It was crazy, man. It was such a fun, but it takes all the pressure off when you know all you got to do is like, if I were to get told I'm working George tomorrow, bro, I got to do nothing. I'm gonna just sit there.
Very easy. Very easy. I seen brother beat somebody with a drop toe hold once, and the crowd went crazy. And I was like, if that's not over, I don't know what to tell you,
dude. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm gonna say that was my managerial experience because he just grabbed me and said, "Benny, you're managing me tonight, buddy." And we went out to the ring. And he beat Jordan Holt with a drop toe hold.
I love that.
Shit is
he
crazy.
Can get anything. He can get anything over, man. And that's how it should be, man. That's how wrestling should be, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna ask both of you guys, what would be your wrestling Mount Rushmore?
Oh man, is this like each?
Yeah, for both of you guys.
Oh, Dave, go ahead.
Dave, go ahead.
Yeah. Well,
yeah. That's a tough one, man. I'll say
of all time, or see it's
dead or alive, or like
dead or alive, all time. I mean, I made Brian do managers. So
Oh,
yeah.
Oh wow.
I heard
His-
that. Yeah,
His were good though. They were
It was
good.
really good.
They were good.
Man.
We're just going personal, right? We're not going off of like the state of pro wrestling.
No,
right?
you what?
Hogan was a draw, okay, guys.
Hogan drew the houses.
He ain't on my Mount Rushmore.
Oh man.
No, I'll say we all know Steve drew money, okay? No, so I'll say my Mount Rushmore, just because I'm biased and I named my son after him. Hacksaw Jim Duggan will have to be on that.
And you killed it with him. You had a great match.
Yeah,
with him.
I loved it. I got to have a match with him in a bar and got to cuss and all kinds of drink, choke on beer and all kinds of stuff.
He's
crazy.
cool. He's cool as hell.
Dave called his match to him. He's like, you know all my stuff. This is great.
Yeah, like when we were working, I did. You know, when you work a name, you try to like look up the recent stuff that they've done, just so you can kind of be ready.
Mhm.
And
at least that's what you should do.
Young wrestlers out there.
Thank you.
No, so I was calling all this, or he was trying to call it to me, and I'm like, yeah, and this, and he's like, brother, we don't even need to finish talking.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he'll be number one, and I named my son after him. My son's name is Duggan, and he's just as crazy. But I put him up there because he was so over the top entertainment. Like, he didn't care about nothing but like, hey, you're gonna do this whole thing with me and chant USA, even though we all live in the USA. Like, you're gonna get excited. Like, that was his goal, and I just loved him for that. Anyway, no, number two probably would be Macho Man.
Okay.
I'd throw him in there just because of how athletic he was and colorful, I guess. And then more modern, I'd have to throw The Rock on there because I was a huge Rock fan when I was a kid. Eyebrows were in every picture and fake $500 shirts, and we'd go down to the Merc 3 for $20, dog.
The 3 for $20 stand on the corner, dog. That was our school shopping, man. The 3 for $20.
Watch that shit one time, all the color gone.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then number 4. I'd have to go like Undertaker for number 4.
Man,
I respect
that'd
it.
be mine, man. Just because he's all around, dude. He's got it all.
That was solid.
Man. So I said it before on podcast. What gravitated us towards wrestling was always the characters, right?
Mm-hmm.
But after getting in the business, I became more of like a wrestling purist, like the art of the way it is, especially now in my older age. You know what I'm saying? I love the moves and the stuff as a story, and the storytelling of like, what are they trying to portray? So my wrestling Mount Rushmore is going to be more wrestler based, I'd say.
Okay.
Ric Flair is my all-time favorite, just because he was able to go out 380 days a year, even though that ain't even possible. And like, he was still the same every time he went out. He's, to me, the all-time in my book. So Ric Flair is up there.
You want to tell your Ric Flair story of Blood and Guts?
I don't. You can if you want. No. And I've only given Ric Flair the nod just because I've always, you hear "Don't ever meet your heroes," and I've heard horror stories about him. So, Ric Flair, if you listen to this, if you don't, no, I'm just kidding. I love you, and you're on my Mount Rushmore. But Ric Flair, I would have to put Bret Hart in that. Just because he's the same way, like he was always immaculate. There's never, you can't give me, if you could tell me a bad Bret Hart match, it wasn't Bret Hart's fault. But Bret Hart's up there. Roddy Piper.
Oh,
Like Roddy Piper to me was the perfect mix of like character and wrestler. Like, I love the Roddy Piper Bret Hart WrestleMania match. I saw a clip of it today and it reminded
Yes,
me
sir.
of how good it was. But he was always, even though he had the kilt on and like was this character, he pop that kilt off and have trunks on and go in there and wrestle. You know what I mean? Man.
People don't. I just recently talked about Piper. Nobody. I'm not gonna say nobody. They don't talk about him enough. Of
Right.
how great he really was, man.
Right. Well, and I think a lot of, MJF brings him up a lot because that's his guy. And it makes it reminds you of how, which I think is great that he keeps bringing him up, but he's always been like tremendous. You know what I mean? You look back at the old stuff that he did, busting beer bottles on his head and not flinching and all that stuff. And just, he was always, but he's a wrestler's wrestler.
Facts.
Man, one more. Dang, I didn't think about this one while Dave was talking. Man, I gotta give it to him. And this is maybe a double. What is that? Oh no, Nah, he held people up, man.
Yeah, like nothing.
I gotta put rest in peace, the Midnight Express in my last. Sorry, I know I'm ruining the game by picking, but Dennis Condrey is freaking phenomenal at wrestling. And like, same as Piper, he was a character, but he was immaculate in the ring. So I'll say Dennis Condrey as my fourth.
Well, see, I like things like that too, because for the people that are listening that might have never actually heard their name, can actually go back and research and see how great these people are, because again, they didn't have that spotlight like we have now. People have cell phones. It takes nothing but a 5-second clip to get seen, and then you got 1 million views. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
People don't see it like that. And it's like, funny side story. It's like just the popularity of people. So I'm at work, right? And I just happened to hear this one guy talking to his wife about wrestling. Like, they were talking about something that happened last night. It's one of the guys I work with. And I was like, man, I'm not trying to be nosy. I just heard you talk about wrestling. I was like, I'm a huge wrestling fan. He's like, yeah, man. He's like, I know all it is about wrestling. He's like, we love it. He's like, yeah, man. He's like, I've been watching wrestlers since I was like 3 years old. He's like, I even like the new guys now. He's like, my wife's favorite wrestler is Javon Evans. And I started laughing. That's crazy. No, and I cannot make this up. Brother called me like an hour later.
Wow.
Javon did. And we're sitting there talking, and he's still in there. And I said, hey, I know you about to go. I know you busy. I was like, but can you do some famous shit for me real quick? He's like, yeah, I got you, bro. I got you. So I walked up to bro, and I'm sitting there talking. So I was like, oh yeah, but I was like, I'm talking to Javon Evans. You want to talk to him? He was like, because I didn't tell him that I wrestled or anything. He's like, Javon? I was like, yeah. I was like, I'm on the phone with him. He's like, yeah, right. I put it on speaker. I was like, say hello. He started talking to him. When I tell you, bruh looked like he was like 5 years old again. He smiled the entire day. I'm talking about for fucking hours. And like, he just kept coming past me, just kept shaking his head. He's like, bro, that was the coolest thing I ever did in my life.
Oh,
and I was like, bro, it's the little things like that, bro. People don't get like what wrestling does for people. Right. And like you just said, like the people that y'all picked for your Mount Rushmore, they made y'all feel something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it like, people can typically say, oh, Stone Cold, Shawn Michaels, that's just typical. But you guys actually put thought into it. I like to hear that instead of just the generic thing, because you guys have reasons of why you picked who you picked.
Sure. Yeah. And like we said, it's subjective. If you wanted to do, wrestling characters, there's a whole other list, because then you got the, I can't even, you got the Big Boss Man in there, which, he made us feel something when we were kids, but you're absolutely right. And that's what I mean. The only reason I think we liked him is because he looked like our dad. He looked just like in the face, looked just like our dad. You know what I mean? But you're right. It's a, and that's what dad looked. Or smacking a nightstick. No, but it brings me back to, it's a feeling business, man. Like, if you really, people can say what they like and everything like that, but whenever it's like, that brings me back to whenever I felt like this, as a kid, or whenever I fell in love with it, you know what I mean? And that's what this business is about, in my opinion. You go to the zoo or the circus, it's just wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, acrobatics. But this, you can actually go home and feel something later on about, you know what I mean?
Facts. That's facts. Benny, go ahead.
Then even as like a heel or something, if you like me and my brother talk about this all the time, like how far we kind of push it. And like I personally, if I make a child cry at a show, it's like I did my job. And it's not because I enjoy making kids cry. It's just that child is never gonna forget what this big ugly bearded guy did to him that day back in 2026, you know. And
Facts.
you know, later on it might drive him to do something like to be a wrestler or something like that. So I love it. I love all.
I will say, I was like that before I had kids. Let me tell you, after I had kids, I feel horrible if I make a kid cry, bro. Like I did something. Me and Dave were at a show like a month or so ago, and I remember me looking at you like, dang, Dave, I feel horrible about saying that to that guy, just because you could feel the kid like being hurt, and I'm like, dang, I don't like that. I don't like that anymore. But beforehand, dude, it was my goal to make a kid cry at a show. You know what I mean?
And I guess the little changes we make now is like to kind of walk up to the kid and whisper, like, "Hey, man, it's all good." Like back then, we didn't care. We wanted to do this.
No, I tell a kid I'll eat him for breakfast, and he's like, "What?"
Well, ask this guy what happened in Tennessee.
Uh-oh.
Brother, we had to get escorted to our car in Tennessee.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. We got that old school heat.
Yes, I love that. See, that's how we were trained to do. Like, we were trained to like go up to the line and put your foot on it, but don't go over it. You know, sometimes you do, but you want that. And I tell people, like, whenever I've done training here and there, like I've told people, like, you want that as a bad guy. You want people to like flatten your tires and set your car on fire. You know what I mean? Not really, but because, you know, you need to get to work, but you know, that type of feeling that you want to elicit from people, that's what you want. You know what I mean? And that's what we would do, man. We would, that was the goal in mind every time we go out as heels. It's like, who are we going to get to never forget us? You know what I mean?
Facts.
That's the one thing we guarantee. We might not be the flashiest guys on a show. We might not be the one you're going to talk about as far as move sets and all that, but you're going to remember who them two big, ugly, bearded guys are. Yeah. You know what I mean? One way or the other.
Facts.
All right. So if you can think of one, what's your craziest moment you've had in AML?
Oh, man. I mean, is there anything off the table or what?
Hell no.
Are we talking about shoot or wrestling wise?
Say it.
I got two. If you got one of each.
Go for it.
All right, I'll give you my wrestling. I'll give you my wrestling one first. Dave, I'm sorry I'm cutting you off, but
no, I didn't say no.
Oh, but my wrestling one is probably the craziest one that I had was working Abyss. Whenever I was the champion, we worked at Cabarrus Arena in Charlotte. I think it's in Charlotte, right? Or is that Hickory?
I think we were in Hickory for that one.
And it was a Monsters Ball match. It was whenever I was the champion. And man, we went crazy. And we went all over the place. Barbed wire. There was thumbtacks. There was a table. There was a fire extinguisher that he, shot at me. And there's a funny story behind that. So whenever whenever we were going over it, he's like, because I'm like, dude, I've never done fire extinguisher spots. Like, what do I need to do? You know, like, you're not going to just shoot me with this fire extinguisher. Like, what do I do? So he's like, it's real easy, man. And if you ever met Abyss, he's very like, you know? So he's like,
is that okay, Hunter, man?
Is that good, man?
You want Bruce?
Oh, I love Abyss, man. We got so many Abyss stories that we can't talk about.
No
so-
hotel balcony stories, man.
Oh, I love it. It was so much fun. But so he's like, oh, what we'll do is we'll fight to the back. We'll be behind the curtain, and what I'll do is I'll pull the pin out of the fire extinguisher, and then I'll count down from 3, and then on 1, just take a deep breath and hold your breath. And then I'll spray it, and then you can walk out and breathe after that to where you don't breathe in anything in. So I'm like, okay, cool enough, man. And we're gonna be face to face, no crowds seeing us or nothing. And this dude, we get in the back, and this is middle of the match now. We're all beat up and beating the crap out of each other. So he gets in the back, he grabs it, and it's dark in the arena, and he's like, all right, 3, 2, 1. And I go, and hold my breath. And then I hear him start like cussing, right? Like, oh, like he couldn't get the pin out. So then I go, whew, and then I hear, and he blows it. So then I'm like, trying to hold my breath, and I run, and I breathe in all this crap and run out there about puke. And I'm like all over the place, like coughing and puking. So it was legit. But we ended up, I mean, it was such a fun match. It was so crazy. I had to give hand signals to my wife so she knew that I was okay during the match. But that was probably the craziest.
Now, I remember you had your hair in the barbed wire and you just went and like yanked his hair out.
Oh.
Yeah. So I always wear my hair
all twisted up, and he just
I always wear it in a bun. And it was like in the back of my head, so it looked like it was like stuck in my neck. And so whenever I just ripped it, the crowd thought I just yanked this barbed wire from my neck. So they do a big like, oh, and James Hunter like reacts real big whenever I do it, and he it was a good time. But yeah, man, that was such a crazy match that I had. My shoot thing isn't going to be as long as that one, but it was actually when I lost the title to Caleb Conley.
Oh.
Benny knows where I'm going with this already. So this night, me and Caleb had built this rivalry up to where big anniversary show. Kevin Nash is there. We're doing this big, blow off match to where, the big 1.5 year long champion is finally gonna, get his comeuppance, right? So we're having this match, and we had come up with this thing to where I would like he'd hit all this stuff, and I would get like go to get counted out like we had normally done as me getting out of the match with the belt, So Tracy Meyer, I get counted out. Ha ha ha! I'm still the champion. Tracy Meyer stops me. No, we're tired of this. For 1.5 years, you've been coming out here, doing this, terrorizing this company. We're restarting this match, and it's a no disqualification match. So Caleb Conley comes, grabs me. Now we're fighting on the outside, right? So I can't remember, Benny. It was in that it was in the fairgrounds, right?
It was the annex at the LJVM.
So it was a giant place. Like, I mean, there was what am I thinking of? Different sections that you could. So we're fighting on the outside, and we go all the way up, and like, so there's like the ring is just down there, and George is with me because he was with me on every match, and so we're fighting up in the different sections up high, and apparently, well, I'll just go. We come back down, and I cut him back off and threw him over the guardrail, and I look and see this redheaded guy on the ground with George on the outside of the ring. And I'm like, hold on a minute. We didn't call no spot with no redheaded guy. Who's that? Right? So come to find out, apparently this drunk dude, because they were serving alcohol at the show, this drunk guy hops the guardrail and slides in the ring while we're up in a different section. And he's like, rah, 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 right? And George, being the gangster that he is, he jumps it, he goes to chase the guy out of the ring, right? And and Tevin, let me tell you, there's video proof of this, okay? Allegedly.
So I can't deny it.
So this dude sees George, right? and turns and like jumps through the middle rope. And George, without missing a step, Benny, you were there.
Yep.
Without missing a step, does the Austin Aries through the bottom and the middle dive on this guy, and dives out the middle of the ring and like and tackles the guy. And mind you, that's whenever I'm like right there doing the coming over the guardrail with Caleb, and I'm like, what the heck is this? He had just dove on him. So literally, I'm like,
has done a suicide dive.
That's right. The Austin Aries dive, brother.
That.
Yeah, he dove out of a perfectly good ring.
Somebody got to send this to me, bro. I got to see this.
Oh, dude.
What's funny, as I think that was Dave, you made your like official AML debut that night.
I was in
You and I were behind the curtain
and run in,
watching all this happen because you were supposed to run in, and I was the ref to run in when I think Hunter got bumped or something. And we're just sitting there watching this, like, what do we do?
Dude, it was so crazy. So, like, the dude gets up, and I'm like, okay, so I don't know who this guy is. I don't know who called this spot, but you're getting out of here. And I think it was a left hook. Or no, it was a right hook. I right hooked this dude so hard. And, like, other people are getting their licks into, I won't say any names, but I smoked this dude.
There's
and
video
then
evidence of that too.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Jax Dane was there, and I'll never forget the dude was trying to leave after that, and Jax Dane held him there and was like, you ain't going nowhere till the cops get here, bro. Like, you ain't getting away with this crap. But it was the craziest, like, and I was like, of course, the last night I'm champion, might as well throw all the bells and whistles in it.
Just go crazy, huh?
Yeah, dude, it was so much fun.
All right, so
What about
before
you,
we
Dave?
go,
Well, Dave, what you got?
I don't really have a crazy shoot punching somebody in the face story. But I will say the craziest thing I've done, and maybe we can mix it in as a cool moment. It was the double I Quit match that we had with the Andersons. It was just the culmination of a whole years of stories, and we finally got to end it at WrestleCade, and it was a big, like, everything that we wanted to happen in the match happened, and it went perfectly. And we got I still look at the video of my brother with the barbed wire on him, and I have two different angles from like the actual footage and like a fan thing. And man, when C-Dub screamed I quit, like the crowd erupted, and it was just so satisfying that everything we wanted to do, we got to do. All our blood looked great. We got to cheese grate each other.
That's such a weird thing to say, right? All our blood looked great.
I mean, in this business, is it a weird thing to say?
We made sure we pushed the cheese grater and not pulled it. You know what I'm saying? And like it was all perfect, man. And that was probably the craziest, just because everybody. My brother got to come in and do the big New Jack entrance because
that was fun.
It kind of was like all of CW's nightmares coming back to get him at the end. So they got me taped to the ropes and bloody and grabbing me and pushing me around and beating me up, and then you hear Natural Born Killers on the damn loudspeaker, and my brother comes out all bloody. We were trying to get you. Wasn't there like an idea of you having a bandana on?
But then I was like, it's going to cover up how good my blood will look, you know?
Yeah. But yeah, that by far probably, in my opinion, that was like top probably 3 to 5 matches of all time for me and like a tag. But yeah, I mean, all the punching in the face stuff I've done, it was way when I was a younger. Nothing crazy like that.
Heard that. So before we get to the last 2 questions, we play a game. It's called Standing on Business. All right, it's kind of a this or that game. All right. So if you guys want to, you can answer them together or you can do it separately. But the thing is, it's always normally a consequence if you either say either or both,
Ooh.
or politically correct, just say, you know, I'm good. Regardless, you have to pick one.
Okay.
So,
This
y'all
is
good?
like the drink champs thing. I like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Yes.
I love
So,
it.
yes.
Quick
So,
time with slime, dog.
yeah, exactly. So, the consequence, you know what I'm saying, is it's on Zane.
Okay.
All right. So, if you say neither or both, you have to go on Facebook. You got to tag Tevin Talks for one, but you have to tag the Heat Seekers and tell them this is random shit. Tell them they're the greatest tag team in the world.
Oh my gosh, I don't know if I can do that. Nah. All right,
Can
deal.
6 and 10 get any bigger?
Deal?
So if I say both, that's what I have to do.
Yep. If you say neither or both.
I'm a tag Tevin Talks, but I don't know about that. Deal. I'll do it. I'll pick one.
All right. Who want to go first, or do y'all want to do both? It's up to y'all. How y'all want to do
It
it?
don't matter. We down for whatever, bro. We'll do
All right,
whatever.
man.
What's Dave's punishment?
We'll do the
It's
same
all on
thing.
you.
You both answer. You pick one. If you don't, we
okay.
go on and tag them.
All right.
All right.
So if Dave says both, then I'm screwed. We have to say it then.
Yeah.
No, I have to tag them.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Bet.
Okay. All right.
All right.
You
First
got this,
question.
dog. We ain't no punks, man.
I'm not. I don't care.
And these are random too. It's gonna be some personal. Well, not personal. It's gonna be like some regular life stuff. It's gonna be some music. It's gonna be some. Y'all are gonna like these questions. I know you guys a little bit better than you think. So,
Okay.
all right. First one.
Yeah.
8-Ball MJG or Mobb Deep.
Oh.
I'm gonna go 8-Ball. 8-Ball MJG, man.
Man, Mobb Deep
Okay.
for me.
Okay. All right.
But I love some 8-Ball MJG.
I know, bro. I listen, bro. Just look when I'm in locker rooms, bro. Especially when I was younger, I just sit back. I just listen.
I love
bro.
that.
Oh yeah. All right, this next one.
Don't make me kill.
Man, don't get me started, bro. FTR or the Dawsons?
Oh man.
You can say neither.
But then I gotta tag the Heat
You
Seekers.
can say both.
Man. Then I gotta tag the Heat Seekers. For the sake of not having to tag the Heat Seekers, I'm gonna say Dawson's, man.
Say less.
I'm gonna say the Dawson just because we owed him one.
Ooh, all right.
All right.
Great tag team.
Salisbury left a bad taste in my mouth, man.
Brother going to
A&L.
business for himself.
You got Brian Hawks or George South?
Oh my gosh. I think that's an easy one because I think
It's a
Brian
setup.
Hawks would want me to answer George South. So I'm gonna say George South. George.
Say George.
Heard that.
He's
All
gonna
right.
text me later too. Like, man, I said Dawson's,
Got
man.
heat
What
with the office, brother.
NWA or Wu-Tang Clan?
Ooh, man. I gotta say Wu-Tang, bro.
I'm gonna say Wu too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of
We're
which,
very-
did y'all see
very-
that they're gonna be in Charlotte?
I saw that with Bone.
Bone Thugs, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, I worked the Bone Thugs and Harmony concert. That was crazy.
Word.
I love me
It's
some
crazy
Bone, yeah.
too that because we're from the South. We were born in California, but we moved to Fayetteville when we were like 7. So
I did
like,
not
we're-
know that. That's crazy.
We're Southern. Yeah, we're born in Santa Barbara, Ventura, California, and lived there till we were about 7. But when we moved down here, the reason why my point is we were very Southern kids. But for some reason, man, when we got introduced to Wu-Tang, we were from New York, dog. We love some Wu-Tang and Bone Thugs too. That's why when I saw that tour, I was like, oh my gosh,
Yeah,
Yeah, they're going out for that one
that's gonna be
that's
crazy.
gonna be crazy.
for sure. Let's go with AJ Styles or Kurt Angle.
Oh
that's
man.
good. I'm gonna go Kurt. Is it Perk Angle or Kurt Angle?
I think everybody loves some Perk Angle, bro.
Yeah, dude, I think that was.
I'll go with Kurt Angle all day, just because you don't. And I love AJ Styles. AJ Styles is one of the best, top 10 probably in the world ever.
Nice.
But you never got a AJ Styles sexy Kurt. segment. You know what I'm saying? Kurt
But,
Angle
and
had
I'll go with AJ Styles because you don't get a Kurt Angle triple threat for the X Division title with Samoa Joe and freaking Christopher Daniels.
That's very true, but you do get a triple threat with Rey Mysterio and Randy Orton at WrestleMania, dog.
Yeah, but that's not. Come on, man. It's apples and oranges, man. 6, 7, man. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, I don't know why I just did that. That was horrible.
Let's go DMX or Tupac.
Oh man,
I already know what you're gonna say.
I'm going with DMX, dude.
What?
Yeah, man. What are you talking about?
I knew y'all were gonna pick two different ones when
I figured you would get. Well, see, this is the crazy part is I thought he was gonna go with Tupac because I was gonna go with DMX.
Why was I gonna pick Tupac?
Because you're a huge Tupac fan.
Let's hear your answer, Dave. What's?
I'll go for the West Coast, man.
X, man.
I respect it. Yeah. Rest in peace to both, man. They were both.
Man, they were amazing.
Storytellers out of this world, man.
Yeah,
for sure. And I did a lot more like research on DMX whenever I got older. You know what I mean? Because DMX was just like the
conspiracy stuff, man.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
All right, D-Generation X or NWO?
Oh man,
that's a good one, man.
I normally take time with these, but I really took time when I came up with y'all's. I was like, I gotta really.
No, these are great. These are great.
So I think, man, I'm gonna go with NWO, man.
Okay.
NWO.
Why NWO?
Just because, like, I don't know, like, DX was cool, and like, I don't know why I just didn't like Shawn Michaels, even though he's amazing and all that stuff. Like, but if I had to choose between the two, I think NWO had a bigger culture impact. You know what I mean? Like, sure, DX did too. Everybody's saying suck it to their math teacher, but like,
I was about to say, what bigger culture is that, dog?
I mean, but everybody does the, you know what I mean? They all do the NWO.
See, and that kind of throws it back to like when I was in school, we didn't talk about wrestling. You couldn't admit you were a fan.
Yeah.
But once that NWO kicked off,
That's true.
everybody was a fan.
Well, you damn sure couldn't go to school with a suck it t-shirt on either. Man.
True.
You totally could.
But like that NWO thing, it made wrestling cool again, and people weren't afraid to talk about it.
Yeah. And the colors went with everything, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's facts.
Dave, what about you?
Do I
NWO
feel
or
like
DX?
y'all?
Go
ahead.
I'll go with DX just because all I was wanting to do was damn.
Tell people to suck it. I got you.
Hey, Mr. Shahosky.
Oh, that's a shoot French teacher right there, brother.
He is, man. Yes.
Oh my god. I'm gonna do this one first. Heel Dawson's or babyface Dawson's?
Heel Dawson's all day.
Heel Dawson's.
So I love being a babyface, and it's great, you know, getting gifts from fans and stuff like that, which we still have.
Yes.
And you know, meeting all the people and selling a bunch of merch and stuff like that. But then it goes back to what we were saying earlier about making people feel. And we can make you feel happy if we're baby faces, man. But this is me personally. I enjoy making you hate me. You know what I'm saying?
I'll say it like this, a little inside baseball. We became baby faces to show people how to be baby faces because we were missing baby faces.
Very true.
Like as heels, we were searching for, like when we worked with you and Bojack, y'all are like the baby faces that we needed. And we were like, how come we can't work with these guys every time? You know what I mean? But everybody wants to be the cool, tough guy baby face. And we needed actual baby faces to feel like they were in peril or they were worried about losing the match. And like, so me and Dave, you know, to throw a little.
Hold
elbow
my
body.
beard. Let me show you how to do this.
And I
dog.
mean, it was mainly like not necessarily. It was just like we're gonna become the baby faces that we want because they're not around anymore.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, heel Dawson's for sure.
I got you.
So the
And
point
this
is, the point is trying to make young wrestlers in the world there is switch up your shit, man.
Oh, he's shooting.
You don't have to be a babyface for 30 years or a heel for 30 years either. You
man.
can switch it up and
Very
get
true.
people in their feelings. It's very possible. We've seen it done. So
Yeah.
you know, I've seen you guys go out there and do some craziness. And when George South was about to retire, and y'all bloody him up and things like that, and then you
Hey,
know,
those were real tears.
Dave put on a performance of a lifetime, dude. Crying like
you know
a
what I'm
baby.
saying? It's just one of those things, man. Just you'll never forget that. So
Oh yeah.
this last one, the championships or the chase?
Oh man. It's the chase, man. That's what the story is built on. You know, that's the feel good moment. The championships is the feel good moment. You know what I mean? So the chase is where all the feeling comes from to give you the feeling at the championship. So I'd say the chase.
Okay.
Yeah, the chase. I agree. The chase. If you don't have a good chase, you don't have a good reaction when you get the championship. You know, it's crickets.
Yeah, we've
But
all
yeah,
seen when that
definitely the
happens.
chase.
So it's
It's
definitely the chase.
there, man. All right, man. Let's get to these last questions for you guys. What do you guys personally think is missing in tag team wrestling today, and what can the new generation do to fix it?
How much time you got, buddy? No, so much. Dave, you want to spark this?
I would say I would just piggyback off of what he was saying, you know, a little while ago is the concern, showing the concern, man, letting these people know that you're not a superhero. And even though, you know, the big baby faces like to portray it, you got to show some fear. You got to show some anxiety. You got to show like the pain or you know, taking a bump and going isn't just all you know. It's not just about that. It's the story you tell to lead up to that, to where, you know. And I think a lot of that is missing, where you get these matches where they're great, all the moves and stuff are great, and these guys are really athletic and they can go for an hour. But what does it mean if you just puke a bunch of spots out there on the mat, instead of you can still do all those moves and stuff, but if you don't place them where they need to be, it's just puke. You know what I mean? And I think that, at least in my opinion, is what's missing, is the consideration about that, instead of just saying, man, let me go and get my highlight tape in this one match and hopefully I get a shot. Like, you kind of overlook that, and that's just my opinion on what's missing, man.
I mean, I think. Sorry, I had to plug my laptop in, boys. I think the study and the care and the craft. Like, too many people get into wrestling just to say that they got into wrestling.
Thanks.
Like, it's not really like something that you've always wanted, you know. When you see an actor or somebody get into a field, like a musician that's like really into it, you can tell, rather than it's just somebody trying to get a check. And like, I think it became like the cool thing to do, to get into wrestling. And you can tell by the difference in these matches. Sure, you can go out there and learn how to take a snapmare. Well, some of us can. And Dave knows what I'm talking about. You can learn how to do that and it be acceptable. Or you can, like, it's a difference in like learning and studying like how and what you're supposed to do. That's the difference between knowing that this is a feeling business and just going out there trying to do some cool stuff.
Thanks.
You know, and like Dave was saying, all that stuff that he was talking about is going to come from you caring about the craft, caring about how to do this the right way. You know, I'll throw Dax under the bus, man. There's so many people in positions in bigger companies that don't care about wrestling. You know, and it's, you know, that are just there because they know somebody, or they're just there because they got on because they did a cool move on the indies. They don't care about it, you know, and it's frustrating because you got guys that care about it, and you know the ones that care about it. We knew from the moment we met you, Tevin, that you cared about wrestling and that you wanted to like know everything about it. Like just from the one match we've had with you, like I told you, I love that match, and me and Dave talk about it a lot. Just the fact that we can tell when people care about wrestling, and that's the people that we want to be around and that we want to have matches with, and we want to, because we know that they're going to understand where we're coming from it. You know, we're not just out there to do a cool spot and get the crowd to react. We're trying to make these people come back, you know, and be repeat, you know, customers, because that's the whole gig. That's the point. You know, even if you're just about the money, you have to get these people hooked to get them to come buy tickets. If you're caring about the story and like that part about the business, why wouldn't you want to learn the craft? It's all going to benefit every part of it. But to me, the thing that's missing in tag team wrestling is the care about the craft. If you learned about the ins and outs of how you're supposed to do this thing, you know, it'd be a lot better than where it is now.
That's the number one thing we tell any young wrestler that's like reaches out or sees us at shows wanting us to check their matches out or look at it, and like we don't mind doing that at all. So anybody that wants to reach out and send us stuff, like we're more than happy to look at it and do anything you need. But the one thing we try to tell everybody is don't stop caring about it. Like don't ever lose that, because you can tell when somebody's lost it. You know?
Yeah, and that alone shows you care. Now, I know all the trainers go, "Oh, reach out to all these guys and have them critique your matches," but you can do that just to say you did it. But the guys that actually take what we critique about or give them advice about and they actually apply it, those are the ones where you're like, I can tell that you really care about this.
Yeah.
You know, because there have been times where I used to train for Steve Carino's for a long time at the Carolina Wrestling Academy. And there was people down there that you can tell, like Bojack. You know, I was there when Bojack was like 16. You know what I mean? And you could tell like he wants to do it. He wants to learn. And look at him now, you know, and we got to whoop him this weekend coming up, but that's a whole story. But no, like people like that. But there was other people there that were just wasting our time, you know, just because they could say that they, you know,
they got their ass whooped in training today.
Yeah, or they know how to take a bump just so they could say that word. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's super long-winded. It's not quick time with Tevin, but
that's what this is for, bro.
It's literally like, you know what I mean? The care. People don't care. You know, care about what you're doing.
If you ever have a Sour Grapes podcast, we're your number one guest on there.
Please contact us. We'll be the next.
That's the next idea.
Yes.
Man, we're about to close out, but I gotta ask this: if you had to give recognition to one tag team out there right now that's putting in work, who would it be?
Up and coming tag team?
Yeah. Any?
Man, Dave, you want to go first? Because I got mine.
Go ahead.
Actually, I don't. Hold on. Up and coming tag team. Well, I did, but then I got to thinking, like, there's a bunch of tag teams out here getting it. There's a couple, man. There's a couple that are out there doing their thing. Can I give just one? You said just one, right?
Team. Yeah. There was an up and coming tag team that we were wanting to get in the ring with, but it never happened, and it was you and Miller.
Yeah, that's true,
man.
I remember when y'all were doing that with me and brother looked at each other and was like, "We got to get it with them, man. We got to get one."
Yeah,
I wanted
what the heck, Manny?
We tried.
Yeah, that would have been fire. We were definitely wanting to. I remember talking to JR about that.
Yeah, I wanted that match. Well, that would have been good for sure.
I'd say Man, I'll say the top shooters.
Okay.
Maurice Moss and Trey the Ruler. Like
Yeah.
I've had my they've done a lot of good stuff, and I've told Maurice about this. I like how intricate their like vignettes and stories are. They're trying to put, even though if they ain't got nothing going on in a company as far as storytelling, they created their own stories and put them online, and that's lost. You know what I mean? Like they're going out there to make it happen. Like, and I mean they in-ring stuff is subjective. Everybody's gonna, we had a match with them at DCW the last time we were there, and it was Maurice and Azrael that we worked with.
Yeah.
So we're looking forward to the match with him and Trey, because that's the match we want. I mean, even though we had a great match with him and Azrael, but no, I just like the work ethic they got. They're always out there. They're always putting stuff up and always, doing all of the matches that they can do. So I'll give them recognition, because I mean, we want to see how far they can go. I love their promos. I love their in-ring. They're both intense. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'll give it to the top shooters, man.
And see, that's the thing that people don't understand. Like, for a lot of people today, still have not ever watched wrestling. So everybody has social media. So when you look at it nowadays, and they're doing these vignettes and nobody does, actually taking time into doing it, the production of it, it's not just them sitting behind the camera and talking.
Sure.
They're actually making moves with it, drawing attention. Again, like, if you're somebody that likes drama, you like somebody that likes stories, if you're looking at their promo and you seeing the shit that they're talking, it's like, that draws my attention. That makes me want to go see them wrestle. And you might open the world to a bunch of different people. I can say, like, through my career, how many people I've put on to wrestling. And it's like, even like my wife, like, I'm not gonna say like take our first date, but like I was like, hey girl, I'm a wrestler, like come see me wrestle. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should really come see me. It's pretty cool. And she fell in love with it. And it's just one of them things, man. Like, it changes people. And if we're our own investments, if we're not taking the time to make sure we're producing the right content to put out there, what's the point?
Right.
Because we can go in there, and I use this as an example all the time. We all know, like, you said you love The Rock, but like, The Rock is not the best wrestler.
Yeah,
not at all. He talks so damn great on that mic, though. It's like, okay, I gotta see what he's gonna do, because he's out here talking shit.
It made up
back
for
and forth. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's people are, and like you said, they're doing great with that. So that's just,
Yeah, I mean, bro did a vignette where he was trapped in his own brain. Like,
nobody's doing that. Nobody's doing
it was
that.
just so clever, and it all tied in. And I love stuff like that. I told him
sound like some Timu Rayhan stuff to me, dog. Just saying, man.
Dang, he out here shooting.
No, if I'm gonna shout out any up and coming tag teams or anything, it's every up and coming tag team that can possibly.
Man, you got to pick one, or you got to put the Heat Seekers and you went out on a date the other night.
No, it's every team, or let's be more specific. Every team in Firestar Pro Wrestling, so we can finally get booked at Firestar.
One team, Dave.
You guys have never worked at Firestar, have you?
Yeah,
so
man.
There was
a shoot story, dog.
Well, I'll tell him. We had an opportunity to go, and I dropped the ball. I'm shooting, man. What are you talking about? No, we were supposed to go there a couple years back and do a program with the Wrestling Prodigies, which they're both in NXT and WWE now.
That would have been fire.
Man, I dropped the ball, dude. It was on me. That was on me. Cozy, I love you. I love Cozone, man. I've known Cozone forever, and I totally dropped the ball. So yeah, we were supposed to go up there, and it hadn't aligned up, since. But
hey, we ain't retired yet, though.
Yeah.
Look at this guy. Hey. One tag team, Dave. Come on.
I know personally, hey, them little boys done got strong as hell, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Yeah. We was so before Malachi got signed, we had a triple threat cage match at Wrestle Revival.
Yikes.
Firestar, boy, they tried to whoop my ass.
like we had matches with them. We had matches with them at PWF. We had a series of matches with them there, and they actually. What were you about to say?
I was about to say the one we're most proud of, at least I'm most proud of, is it was on Steve. What was it? Kobe Carino's birthday, right?
I mean, we've had
Kobe wrestled his dad.
Yeah, there was
I remember that. I remember that.
Wasn't that his birthday? But we wrestled the Prodigies on that show, and that match was so good.
Yeah, we had a bunch of them. And it was actually like Dax actually hit us up and was like, "Yo, I've seen this match, and they're like, we love." And this was, I mean, years before they got looks, but they we knew from the jump, because I actually was involved in their first ever match. You can find the clip on YouTube, but they edited out my part of the match. You know what I mean? Because I worked Billy Brash on that show for Stephen Fry, and he did their first match. And I was like, man, what if they had it where I come out and just kill them after the match. And then they were like changing to leave after the match was done. I was like, no. Where y'all going? Like, y'all got to pay it back off. And then they came out during my match and like double super kicked me and costed me the match. Like, it was cool. It was a cool little.
So what you're saying is you're responsible for all of this.
No, I'm not saying that at all. See, Dave, for my whole life you've been doing this, Dave. Nah. But yeah,
you're trying to stir some pots, man.
No, man, you guys been amazing, man. Like just like I said, when I hit up Zane, I was like, dude, y'all got to come on here, man. Like, got to make it happen ASAP. I've been trying to do this thing for a while, and like, you know, when I got sick, I kind of fell off for a few months, but it's like now I've been the most consistent with everything, and I'm just like, dude, I just want to have the best interviews. I told you, like, this is gonna be like a family cookout, man. We're just going to have conversations. Like, I'm not being messy or nothing like that. It's just I just want to have fun and have great conversations and let people know who you guys are. You don't need this platform to get known. I'm trying to make it for people to come on here to get heard, but like just people being able to hear your story, where you came from and where you're going. That's what I care about.
No, we appreciate it, man. And I've like I told you in the messages, man, I love listening to this podcast. I think it's something that can turn into, you know, whatever you want it to be, man. Like it's definitely dope and a great place to come on and just kick back and act like we're chilling at the cookout. You know what I mean?
Facts. That's facts. Yeah. Hey, man, I just need people to listen. That's all, man. share it, like it. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of working. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no problem being a professional podcaster. You feel me? I'll put in the work, bro.
You just got to make sure whenever you do the Sour Grapes Messy episode that.
Hey man, I'll give you a call.
We got you. We got you.
We got to do it, man, because like it's a bunch of shit going on right now, man. I'm just saying, you know.
See, look, and maybe that's what I'll do whenever I'm done and quit wrestling in the very near future. I'll just come out with one where I'm like, it's to be called I'm a shooter now. You know what I mean? I'll just bury everybody that I can't stand in wrestling, tell everybody the real stories, and just like totally destroy the wrestling business and everything else in the world, like Dave did to me years ago.
They can't beat you up, you know?
Exactly. I mean, Ali Steele told us that a long time ago. He's like, they can't beat you up. So, well, I mean, what they going to do?
Get on the podcast like, you know, it's been a long time, you know, but since I'm not wrestling no more, you know what? Fuck you.
Yes.
You know, I really...
Exactly. I told Dave that's my dream, to just be like, you want to know the real story? This is the real story. Yes, man. Yes.
Nah, man, I appreciate you guys, man. I ain't gonna hold you guys any longer. I appreciate it, man. This will be out in a couple of days, man. I'm ready for the world to hear it, and you know, thank you guys for everything, man. Thanks for coming on here, spending time with me and my old friend Benny.
That's right. My old buddy.
Speaking of old friends, Zane, Dave, I've known you guys pretty much the whole time I've been in the business.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
We've been on some crap shows together, and we've been on some great shows together.
Yeah. That's the daggone truth, man. We definitely know.
And I appreciate you guys so much. Like looking out for me the way you have at some of these places, being there for me. I really appreciate you guys, man. I love both of you very much.
Because you care, dog. It's because you care.
Look, man, we love you too. And like we said, we know the real ones. Like that's one of the things that we bestowed with is knowing and can tell who the real ones are in the business, and that's who we want to be around, and that's the
You
ones who
smell our own kind, man.
yeah, we'll stick our neck out for them, and we can tell good people when we see them, man. And y'all two are definitely them. We love y'all, man, for real. This
Love
was
you too,
wild,
man.
dude.
For real, I
We love
appreciate you
dog.
guys.
Big shout out. Tevin Talks, like, share, subscribe, do all that stuff.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
Yes,
I mean,
sir.
that's what you're supposed to do, man. Do what you're supposed to
sir.
do.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to get it out there, man. Like I said, I'm tired of working. My back hurting. Damn.
That's killing me. It's killing
You know
me.
what I'm saying? These guys out here making millions, bro. I don't even need to just give me a meal.
Just give
I'll
me
be
the
all right.
thousands. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'll make it
Yeah.
work. That's all I need, bro.
Me and
Yeah,
Dave
give
had
me
a
a bunch of
3-episode podcast years ago when the pandemic happened.
Oh man.
Yeah, dude.
It's called
What's the
Mama
name of it,
Don't
Dave?
Listen.
Yeah, it's called Story Time with the Dawson Brothers. Mama, don't listen to this, please. Look it up on all podcast platforms. Like and share it. No.
It's
Yeah,
very,
man.
very adult. If you got kids, don't play it in front of them. Or your
Heard
mom.
that.
Oh,
Heard
No,
that.
we were in the pandemic, and we're trying to do the podcast thing, and we were like, we got stories for days, so it was like stories about whatever, man.
It was funny, man. We created our own little our own
Commercial
little
ads,
sponsor
yeah.
ads. And it was like, do you got a crusty ass beard?
Hey, you never know; it might make a return if we can get Dave on it.
it makes us laugh so much, man. So,
Hey, man, hey, when y'all ready, let me know. I can help y'all out with that. I can shoot y'all everything y'all need, bro.
thank you very
For
much
sure.
for having us, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
hopefully
Any
we
look.
delivered, boys.
Hey, man, anytime, man. Anytime you guys want to get on here and just talk some shit, do it. I'm here.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man.
Awesome.
It's been great, man. I appreciate you guys. It's been a great Tevin Talks. We out.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, man.